And they now have a tool where you're able to brighten in a white background. It was transitioned to that, looking just like it was photographed in a professional studio.
Wow.
It was mind-blowing.
What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit over at RaikenProfit.com. Coming back to you with another video. I'm here with Christine, and Christine has been selling on eBay for what, 21 years now?
21 years.
21 years. Great to have you here.
Fast.
That's awesome. We met for the first time last year.
That's right.
At the eBay Open, and I think
Sky Lounge.
Yeah, the Sky Lounge. We chatted, took a picture together, and I don't know, how did we come about getting on this video again? I think we just kind of...
We ran into each other, and I said, hey, Steve, you really brought me into the whole world of the business selling on eBay.
Yeah.
I was a casual seller 21 years ago. And, when you first started promoting how to teach people to sell on eBay, make money, change your lives, empowerment, I was totally on board with your message. So it's really, I owe props to you that you transitioned me to a big business seller.
Well, it's awesome. Well, it's glad to have you here. We're in Las Vegas for the eBay Open. I'm not wearing this because it's so loud every time I move around, and you know me, I'm ADD. But we got this beautiful view that we're looking out at, a very inspiring location. And today we're going to talk to Christine a little bit about the eBay Open, and you're going to share some of the things that you've learned on day one, because she was telling me some things behind the scenes, and I was like, don't tell me anymore. I want to save it for the video. But you were telling me a couple really groundbreaking new things that eBay's launched. And I wanted to share it with you guys for the folks who weren't able to come out to the eBay Open.
Sure.
And I've been in here at the hotel room interviewing people pretty much all day, so I'm going to be getting my learning cap on as well. So, yeah, you've been on eBay for 21 years. You started as a casual hobby seller. Now, are you full-time right now or part-time?
Full-time. I have 2 people that assist me.
Wow.
And 2 years ago, I attended my first eBay Open, scared to come out here. And I reached out to a stranger friend in one of the Facebook groups, Teresa Cox, and she said, just get on a plane, do it. We did it. I went. And that was, stepping over the line. Last year, I was in actually one of the sessions presenting on how to grow your business.
That's cool.
And now, once again, you get that eBay magic.
Yeah.
You just can't wait to get home and start listing.
There's something powerful about getting around people who are on the same wavelength, and they're inspired and they're motivated. And it doesn't matter if you're a small seller doing a couple $100 a month or doing $20,000 a month. It's not about that. It's about the energy, right?
Absolutely.
It's like watching the baseball game on TV or being in the stadium.
Yep.
It's so inspiring. So I know what it's like to kind of catch that fever, and you want to just go out and crush it and start listing again and reselling. So anyways, we're going to talk about what you learned on day one so far. So let's start to just kind of throw out some of the things that come to mind today that you feel like people might get value learning about.
Well, the message that was sent loud and clear today through eBay that I took out of it was that they are a company that's based on humans. They make mistakes, things happen. They're not afraid to admit it. They're not afraid to say, hey, listen, just bear with us through the journey, transition, and growth. And it's all about that seller community, and that this year's message that I got was that they are really trying to make the sellers feel like they're standing behind them. They've put in programs into place that are monitoring people that are putting false claims or INADs or any of the buyers that are trying to take the money. They're standing behind us. They're blocking them. They're blocking messages. They'll take away things. I guess they really want to drive that point to the seller. And they rolled out some amazing features that I'm like, I can't wait to go home and use them.
As a seller, especially last year, the message was from the sellers, treat us better, listen up to us.
They certainly listened.
We feel like you are not listening to us. We feel like you just care about the buyers. You remember that? That was the vibe that was going around. People were 100%. Angry last year. And
they listened loud and clear.
Yeah.
Because that was the message that was rolled out today. They rolled out the back office now that you could have a multi-user channel.
Talk about that, the back office multi-user channel. What is that?
So what you can do now is you have a back office. So with me, with 2 people listing, I was always giving out my address.
And where you have to ink frog set up and go around it because, right? Is that what you mean?
Well, I would give them my actual sign-on for eBay because I list directly on eBay. So they were gaining access to my full eBay account, where last year they promised that they were going to come out with it.
Why did it take so long to build that out? It's crazy. Well, thank you, eBay, for building it out.
That's right.
Why did it take you so long?
So now they were showing and demonstrating that you could actually log in And then you can have users identified as employees, and they can go in and you can grant them two different forms of access. One could be where they cannot edit any of your listings, but they can go in and hit a sell similar feature. And the other one is where they can create and list them and launch them live. So that's amazing. And then they identify who's signing into your account and their name and their email, and you control it, and it's just fabulous. So I thank you, eBay, for doing that, because it'll help the small seller continue to grow, and it'll bring more and more people on the platform.
And I think that'll give a great opportunity to us as well for hiring virtual assistants to help us with our business, because as an eBay seller, you're wearing so many hats, so many different hats, from accounting to taxes to being the lister, the sourcer, the shipper, the customer service representative, or whatever you want to call it. So that's huge. eBay, thank you so much. I want to know, for the folks watching, who's excited about this? Smash that like button.
Bang, bang.
Christine, get your phone out right now and smash that like button.
But I'm saving the best for last.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're going to get into. So that's a big thing right there, the multi-user channel access.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that, but you get the drift.
Right.
What else we got?
Another message from Harry Timken was about how important the eBay specifics are and how much they drive. And there's always been a lot of misconception in that area.
The specifics, you said?
In the item specific section when you're in a listing. And he pretty much did a great job of clarifying what is important, why it's important, where it gains access. They also were emphasizing that description is very important. A hearty description is also going to get you more sales and velocity.
Now, can I stop you really quick? Because we jumped from item specifics to description. I want to stop you on the item specifics, because I actually had, who was I with? Wade Ventures, and then I was with a couple of folks who have a software, a multi cross-listing software. They're here. And we were talking about item specifics, and I always had the mindset that item specifics are important for giving the buyer details, but also for helping with the ranking and the algorithm to pick up. Now, what is the truth? Because that was just kind of like a bro science guess.
Well, what he did was he showed a great comparison of, in the item specifics, they showed from the buyer standpoint and the data that they collect. They used a two-color hue chart, which was showing how many buyers pull that from Google, basically searching by size or brand or specific, if it's a dress, if it's a long dress or a short dress. And then they did a comparison to show you to the left side of the filtering devices on eBay itself. So how many people are utilizing that as a search mechanism versus Google. And one of the things that they did tell you was to fill in the size, the brand, and that. But you know how you could always add those more features? They kind of like are shutting that down a little bit, just get the basics of what we want. And then they had this little chart up on the top, like it was a little diagram. And it was almost showing you how much more exposure your listing's going to get.
Wow.
So as you were filling these things in, it was filling it in, and then when it was complete, they're like, it's done. Your listing's done and it's ready to go with specifics.
And the more exposure is the more views, the more eyeballs you get on your listing. And if you have good pictures, your pricing are right, good title, keywords, and we're going to move into description, a nice chunky description, you're going to increase conversions and sales and income. So that's very insightful. And now you were saying for description, you want a nice description. Let's be a little more specific in terms of what a strong description would entail.
Well, they were saying that, it's the deeper descriptions. So years ago, people gave too much of a lengthy one, and then the trend was to try and cut it back and make it shorter. And he was saying that it's also being picked up in the search algorithms. So if you have something that may be one color, it could be a purple, but it could be a lavender hue. So in the title, you're going to use purple. In the item specifics, you're going to use purple. But in your description, you can really get into it's a beautiful lavender color, so on and so forth. And that will also fuel for some more conversion rates. And
what are your thoughts on using HTML? Has that been like eliminated completely now since everything's like mobile now?
Well, they are emphasizing a lot on mobile, and all of these updates that they did do on eBay are also all mobile friendly.
Did they talk about the percentage of mobile versus desktop sales at all?
Not so much.
Because I remember last year, I think they were talking a lot about mobile's like really taking over.
Well, mobile has, they were showing data that by 2021 and all those things that that's all the millennials are shopping on.
Okay.
Almost all of the traffic is on mobile these days.
Cool. So,
but picture-wise,
that's
the big one.
Yeah. So we talked about, eBay adding the multi-user channel. I can't even say that, but give you the ability to add users. We just talked about the importance of item specifics and how it helps in the algorithm to get picked up from other platforms like Google and wherever. We talked about the importance of having a nice large description to really sell it and add more detail to help, again, get it picked up, more eyeballs, more sales. And the last thing, we might have a couple more things to talk about, but like this is the big thing. Do you want to touch on it now, or do you want to touch on anything else first?
No, I can't wait to get this word out.
I don't know how much we want to tease the viewers.
Sure, yeah, whatever you want me to do.
Let's do it.
So they showed an example. Harry had taken a picture of a pocketbook, and he put it on a table that was up at the podium. And it was a dark colored background, and he put the pocketbook on there, and he took a picture of it. And they now have a tool where you're able to brighten in a white background. It was transitioned to that, looking just like it was photographed in a professional studio. Wow. It was mind-blowing.
So you take something that looks kind of and then all of a sudden you hit a button.
When you upload that picture becomes the first
kind of like a nice
picture.
White Amazon background.
Absolutely. Looks like a professional photo. So then he showed an example of even a lighter pocketbook and saying, what's this going to do now? So it was sharp. It was clear. I just can't wait to go home and use that one.
That is really cool. So has that feature been released, or is it in beta?
Most of them are being released today as we go.
No
some
way.
Some are being more enhanced. Some are available almost immediately.
Now, is that going to be on mobile device? Is there going to be a button
mobile.
where you're able to, because I want to go start taking pictures right after this video, if that's the case.
So you were showing a picture, and then it just populates it right up into that first picture. So I was so busy trying to videotape everything. I was so excited.
What was the reaction of the crowd?
Oh, they were going crazy.
Was it like,
absolutely going crazy? I think it was a very positive.
That's cool.
eBay Open, and you talking about fueling off energy. There is nothing like the reseller community.
I love
people
it.
how they just help each other, and it's so organic. And just so true that people celebrate each other's successes.
That's cool. Well, hey, thank you, Christine, so much for sharing. I appreciate you. And it's like I said, it's always great to connect with others and like-minded people and resellers and the energy. I just feel it in this room right now. Like I just want to go take pictures and freaking list some stuff. So
that's right.
Where can they follow you? I know you are an admin in a Facebook group.
I'm an admin in the Boss Up Facebook group for business for online selling. And that's with, Katie Silverberg and Victoria and Teresa Cox. So it's an amazing group of people.
Oh, yeah.
Like-minded individuals
all great
sending
individuals,
positive messages.
For sure. And would you like to give any final words of wisdom or one piece of advice to the viewers who are watching, maybe eBay sellers who are maybe struggling, or they weren't able to come to the eBay Open, or they just need some motivation? What could you tell them?
I always say tap into the Facebook groups, but if you really can, come to an eBay Open. It is well worth it. It could be expensive for people. Put it on your goals, your financial, to do or aspire to. You will gain so much out of this. I went once and I will never miss it.
Yeah.
So,
it's a lot of fun and it's beautiful. I'll show you a B-roll of what's going on, but it's a beautiful city. There's a lot of fun. It's not all just reseller talk. I mean, you can build real relationships here.
Sure.
And there's a lot of great food and drinks. And
that's it. You hit upon it, though. You have to surround yourself with like-minded people.
Don't be scared. Like I've dealt with anxiety like my whole life, like ever since high school and stuff. So it's like, even though I'm a YouTuber and I put myself out there, like people don't realize that like it's very like I could be an introvert all day long. And if you feel that way, just put yourself out there, because not everyone out here, it's not like a popularity contest.
No way.
Right? Like everybody has something special to give. And like everyone's so welcoming and accepting. I wasn't able to make the party at the Sky Lounge because I got here a day late, but I went last year and it was so fun.
I had a highlight today. I got to take a picture with Devin.
Oh, okay.
And we were like, somebody took the picture and it was blurry, and I popped back in and he was taking the picture. And it's just like, even the executives, the message that they were sending, it's a human company where they really care. They were very much mingling with the sellers.
That's so cool.
So that's very exciting to take pictures with them. And
well, Christine, thanks for coming on.
Steve.
And with that being said, keep on picking and making that money, and we'll see you in the next video. We got another video coming. So until then, have a great day. Peace.